welcome to another episode of Relatable Relations, where it's going down. Doom, doom, doom. I be feeling it. I be feeling R&B-ish.
I see.
Okay, well, I'm Allanah Brene.
They call me Quan.
Who call you that?
Everybody.
Okay. All right, and first things first, we gotta do a mental health check-in. You go first. How you feel?
Me, I feel good. I just got a haircut today, so you feel me?
Ready to take a Target run?
I'm ready to run some errands. Can't do nothing. How you feeling?
It's Thursday, close to the weekend. That's positive.
Mm-hmm.
A lot been life thing.
Nah, for sure.
But we push through, persevere.
Mm-hmm. Persevere.
Yeah, that's the emotion of the day. Perseverance. Okay? Push through. Right.
That's not an emotion though.
What is it?
It's an act, I believe.
What is the act of the day?
Right.
Act on it.
You can just say the word of the day.
All right. We're persevering. Push the words right here. Persevering, okay? That's what we're doing. Pushing through. But what's really been helping me is the Bible app, for sure. I be on there doing Bible plans, and I be having to, 5-day here, 3-day here. I can't do a 30-day Bible plan because I can't stay focused that long.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't be feeling that way in 30 days. So it's like, I don't need it no more.
But you got to do what work for you though.
Right. So I be having to do 3 to 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
I did a 7-day one time because it was a real good 7. You know what? I think we did it together, so they don't count. But like on my own,
Mm-hmm.
I think the longest I've ever did was like a 5-day.
What was your favorite one though?
It's a lot of them. So today, we talked about Philippians 4, 6, and 7. And that's don't be anxious in anything, but in all things have thanksgiving and something to start with a P. Lord, forgive me for not quoting it right. But it's a really, really good scripture. Like I need to tat it across my forehead because don't be anxious. That's my biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's resting in anxious times is one of them. If I'm not mistaken, it's the name of one. And it's telling you like how to be peaceful or how to find peace in anxious times. Mm-hmm. And so like with the devotional today, because they had like the fresh start to the whatever it's called at the beginning. Mm-hmm. With that today, it talked about like you would never find peace if you try to be your own peace. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like God is the Prince of Peace. I'm sorry, Jesus is the Prince of Peace. So it's like, he's the Prince of Peace. So he's the one that's gonna be able to help you get through there. As long as you try to have your own peace or you try to like figure that out by yourself, you're just gonna cause yourself more stress and anxiety. Be able to rest like you need to. That's a word for somebody. Who needed that? Drop it in below. Drop it in the comments below. Okay? If you try to find your own peace, if you try to be that person for yourself, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna cause more stress and more trauma.
True, and I think that's my biggest downfall. I'll be finding a lot of Bible plans for men, because of course, like I like doing them together, but them personal ones, them be the ones, because you working on self, and one of them. It was talking to me about anger, like being slow to like anger. Because when you angry, you can't really like
think straight.
Yeah, you can't think clearly, and it like kind of deters, like it messes up your decision making.
Yeah.
And making emotional or angry decisions, that ain't good for nobody.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. So what else has been helping me a lot is like Bible studies and the table and grow groups and things like that. So if y'all don't know, on 2424, February 4th, 2024, we joined a new church. Clapping emoji. I've been watching the circle real bad. So clapping emoji. Mm-hmm. We joined Concord Baptist Church. Mm-hmm. With
shout out to Pastor Brian Carter. Man.
You hear me? Concord has really been a blessing. I would say, like, I love my old church. I love my home church. But one thing about Concord, I visited one time and it's like, I went back again. The thing about Concord that I love so much is that the motto is we grow people. So when I say we've been in a class ever since we started, before we even joined, we was in a class for married couples called Made to Last. Then after you join, you do the grow track. So that's a 4-week class. Now, we ain't in it right now.
Not right now.
It was something else we're supposed to be in.
No, we're like after. So we did grow track. So now we trying to figure out how we finna serve or where we finna serve at.
Yeah, I know I want to help the kids, but not the little bitty kids. Everybody want to help the little bitty kids. I want to help the middle schoolers and the high schoolers. That's the lost generation. So I want to help them deviate, navigate, figure things out in the midst of all things, because it's hard. It's hard. Like we tend to forget how hard things were for us growing up. And if you put everything that we went through on top of social media and everything that's going on now, like that's tough. And we don't show a lot of grace for these young kids because they walk around with ski masks on, like with shiesties. So you can't even see their face and their eyes to really know like how they feel for real. But
scared of them.
Scared of them. They wear bubble coats in the summertime. Like it's a different breed, but I'm just trying to talk to them and figure it out because I want to be their friends. I genuinely want to help. What area are you leaning towards more so, like within the church?
I want to do something with men and couples.
Yeah.
Because for one, a lot of us, like a lot of our peers, we ain't really, well, in the Black community in general, the father is gone.
Yeah.
So it's like boys are trying to find other avenues to, they just lost.
Yeah.
Like, but I feel like I'm in the middle of the older generation and the younger generation. Like the older generation and what was that? No, not the boomers. Who before us? Well, the generation before us and Gen Z.
We're millennials.
Yeah, we millennials. But whoever was before us, we
Gen X.
Was it?
You gotta be, because X is before.
Anyways, but we kind of like the
who before us. Comment below if you know.
We kind of like the middleman, like because we have the trait. We have a lot of the traits and a lot of the values and beliefs of the older generation, but we still young and turnt at the same time. So we kind of like get where the younger generation is coming from because we didn't want to listen either, but they super don't want to listen. So it's like, and the older generation kind of set in their ways. So if they got somebody that can relate to them and went through the exact same stuff that they going through right now, it's easier to relate to them and kind of steer them in the right direction.
I wholeheartedly agree. So what I've learned so far with like teenagers, because I worked with all 6th grade girls to 12th grade girls, and now I'm like dabbling with like working with girls and boys, like the middle schoolers. But then they separate on Wednesday, so I just work with the girls. But what I'm learning is they have a lot to say. It's just not translated well, and they don't know how to voice it. So like you said, we have to be their voices and help them. Like it's like translation. Like we got to translate what they mean because they not gonna watch their mouth. They not. They're not. They're gonna get their point across however it comes out, and we can be the translator for them. Like we can be the people that's like, all right, that sounded harsh coming from them. What they meant is, and then they'll be like, no, I didn't, or yes, I did. But most of the time, they just need somebody to help them like navigate through their words. That's what I'm learning.
So, was church kind of like pushed or like encouraged for you, like growing up?
Pushed, absolutely. We didn't have a choice. It was push. So we stayed with my grandma, of course. So going to church, we did stop going for a while when we were younger. Like I don't know what that was about, but we stopped going. Like, but it was still encouraged every Sunday, like to go to church. When the wild thornberries come on, that's how you know you late. That's how I knew, because I wasn't really like, I was young, so time wasn't just a big thing. But like if I knew the wild thornberries was coming on, not only are we late to church, but like we're going to hear it when we get home from my granny. So
you done missed the donuts.
We didn't miss the donuts. Oh my God.
The Sunday school donuts.
Oh my God. We missed the donuts. So church has started by the time we get to church, but it was definitely pushed on us, which forced me to believe that I had religion. I had all that. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was covered and I was good. It wasn't until I grew up and went to college that I tried to establish my own relationship. I was kind of forced to establish my own relationship because I feel like all that stuff, all that youth department stuff, that washed away. It's like you ain't in the youth department no more. Like you still got somebody praying over you, but what are you doing for yourself? So that was quickly my relationship became a thing. Like it was stronger. It was strong. I always knew who God was. I love God. Like I was in church 4 times a week, like Bible study, praise dance, choir, youth department. Like I was literally, I was the president of the youth department. So I was heavy in church, but it became routine versus religion, you know? So it wasn't just like I'm just here because I know on Tuesdays I'm supposed to be here, you know? But I did win, what is it called when you do the Bible and they give out the scripture and I can't think what it's
Bible
called.
trivia?
Bible drills.
Bible drills.
Calling anybody out on a Bible drill because I'm the queen. I can't flip. Read that scripture first. What? I win it every time. Was it pushed on you or?
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't. And I think it wasn't because it was so much stuff going on in my household. Like my household, it wasn't pushed. Like we went to church, but it was like every now and again.
Yeah.
But when I went to other people's household, like my cousins and stuff like that, oh yeah, you coming for the weekend, you better bring you some church clothes. Like, but in my household, no, it wasn't really just pushed or encouraged. We just went when we went, and it was probably every blue moon. But my granny, she's very, very spiritual, very religious. So if she didn't go to church on Sundays, which was most Sundays, she blasting church music in the morning while she cleaning.
So you knew all the words.
She's blasting it.
So did you ever? So when you did go to church, did you ever make friends, or was it the same people that you was already friends with?
Yeah.
Okay, so like you didn't have to separate like your church friends and your home friends.
Nope.
See, I feel like
because it was all the same thing.
Yeah, because you grew up in a smaller town. See, so with me, I had my church people who we all cousins. Can't tell us nothing. Like if I see them in public, oh, that's my cousin. Like that's my cousin. And then your friends. I don't feel like I had to separate myself too much, but no, I was finna say, but I acted different at church. No, I didn't. I ain't never acted different nowhere. I feel like I was always me. Like no matter if I was in church or if I was outside.
Yeah, because you're not just outlandish.
I'm not. I'm not a wild child. But the kids at church, they was wild kids. They didn't change either. Like don't let that fool you. Yeah. Don't let them church kids fool you at all.
That's because it was just another day. They had to be there.
It was routine for sure. In the jar. Ah.
That's why your voice gone.
Why? Or in the jar. Ooh. That took all the strength I had to get that out. Cause baby.
Well, since you so enthused.
I go first. Okay, let me see. Can I open it or what? Ooh. Okay. Whose presence are you most comfortable in and why?
Whose presence am I most comfortable in?
And why?
Yours.
I would say, why is it me? No, I'm playing.
Yours.
Why?
Because I can be naked, not in a sense of physically, but like
we can hit the sofa.
No, like metaphorically, like I can just lay everything out on the table without.
Quan said we can hit the sofa. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can be naked.
But without thinking, like I can. I'm myself around any and everybody, but you know me. if I'm around a different environment, a different setting where I don't know nobody, I'm gonna kind of be like scoping the scene, standoffish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not finna be the initiator of conversation. Cause I gotta scope the scenery. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see what it's like before I jump into something. But when I'm in your presence, I can literally just be.
That's cute. I like that. So is it cliche if I say you too? I feel like right now, especially during this time, like I think I said that last season. Dang, we've been in a fight for a minute. I feel like it's us against the world right now. And so I always tell you, you know, you're my favorite HOE. You know, you're my heaven on earth, you know? So like you're that peace.
Say, I'm not a hoe no more.
No, you're my heaven on earth. You that peace factor that I need. I feel like God broke up a little piece of his shoulder and said, fix that for me. You know? So I do feel like you are the person who I could just be the most calm around because I'm not even a calm person for real. So I say most calm. But yeah, I'm learning to find that within myself too, though, because I can't always depend, you know, on somebody to be a person for you. So I'm working on that, learning how to be that for myself.
You want to know something crazy?
What?
You got me back in church.
You said I got you back in church? Like faithfully. Won't he do it?
So remember, like,
I'm sorry.
Remember, so high school, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to church in high school. Like, when I don't think I had even been to church since I moved to Dallas, really.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think, yeah.
And you got baptized at my church? Oh my God. So when Quan got baptized, it was so like the moments or whatever. It was crazy. Not crazy, but like we was sitting in the pews, sitting at church or whatever. And he just like they did a call to the offering. Call to the invitation to Christ. So they opened the doors or whatever. They set the chairs. Actually, the deacons pulled it up. They popped them little folding chairs out. And they said, if you need, you know, prayer or anything, come down to the bottom. And so we just sitting there talking. I'm talking to him. And I turned around, talking to my mama. I turned back around, Quan, gone to the front. And I'm like, trying to put my shoes back on. Because you know me, if I'm sitting down, my shoes are off. So I'm putting my shoes on, like, do I follow him? What's going on? Do he need prayer? And we get in there, he's like, I want to get baptized. I'm like, that's mommy. That's my mother. I can't say that at church though.
When you feel it, you feel it.
You feel it. That was beautiful. It was a beautiful time. And you got baptized at church. Do you think you need to get baptized again? Or you just got baptized though?
I got baptized
in 2016.
Yeah.
See, I got baptized. Oh, that's cute. I got baptized in 2006, I think. No, that's not true. I got baptized January 6th. I was 7 years old. I think I need to be dipped again. They need to rinse off whatever. Because it's just that I've been through a lot. I'm a whole new me and I want to be renewed and restored. So like I need to be dipped again. But I'm praying on the Lord to walk me through that journey, to walk me to the, because that's something. That's something.
For sure.
But you know, I've been doing good. So I think that maybe sooner than later when I get dipped, we'll see by the time this post. If I'd have been dipped or not, child. Okay, it's your question. We didn't answer that question forever.
Nah, we got a little sidetrack. Ooh, so boom. Ooh. So what was your greatest achievement, you feel?
So far in life?
Recently.
Lord, if this is the future, I hope it's getting this grant that I'm applying for. But I haven't did it yet. So hopefully I'm looking back on this and be like, yes. But yeah, I'm finna apply for this grant and I'm praying that that's gonna be my next achievement. Currently, I am, and that's another thing. I measure my success. I'm realigning the way I measure success, because when I think of success, it's always business oriented. Like that's just, like I could say that I'm getting my certification, you know, through Cornell University, through this Bank of America program in women's entrepreneurship. I can say that.
Talk to him.
I can say that. But one of my greatest accomplishments so far is really like honing down on making myself better. Like mental health wise, because anxiety just like it would take over and just like take over. You know what I'm saying? So I've been building my relationship and creating this one-on-one with God. And it's like, can't nobody take over nothing from me. Like I got my bestie on my side. You know what I'm saying? Like walking. God, you know, he got you here on earth with me, and I got God like in my corner. Like I'm invincible.
See, we need to figure out. I need to figure out another way to let you take another year off, because that year you took off got us this business.
Oh my God. So I took a year off of work and I
Mhm.
snuck and got a job. I didn't sneak and get a job. Let me not say that because I can work if I want to. It's 2024. But I applied and got a job. And I told him after I applied, I got the job. But in my year, I really did like, I started 2 businesses and they doing what they need to do. Okay. So my job
Mhm.
is definitely my side hustle. It's
Mhm.
100%. I do insurance on the side. Okay.
Mhm.
But what about you? What's your greatest accomplishment?
I would say my patience,
Mm.
because my patience used to be real thin. It's still a little thin. It's a little thicker than it was.
Thin is win.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Mm,
it
mm,
was.
mm.
It was real thin back in the day.
It
But
was. I was
now,
there.
I'm slower to anger and anxiousness. I ain't gonna say I'm slow to it.
Mhm.
I'm slower.
Like tortoise in a her.
No,
Like tortoise.
It went from probably like cheetah to lion. Probably.
Mm. Okay, I mean, all right.
I'm just slower.
Slower. It's
Mhm.
slow-ish.
Yeah.
Slow-ish.
We
Okay.
making progress. We making strides.
Jesus' name.
Just turn the other cheek.
All right, so now we've entered into our last segment of the podcast, and that's Q&A with Q&A. And if you don't know, you can submit your questions on Instagram on our page Once Upon a Timmons, through our DMs, or through the anonymous link in our bio. I be saying that good. I don't trip over to nothing. Like I be at home practicing or something. Oh, also disclaimer. I know we talking about like church and stuff in this episode, but Q&A, those questions can come from far left. So you may or may not want to watch it. I don't know. Listen to the first question and see where we're going to go from here. That's all I have. That's all I have is this. That's all I have as a disclaimer.
Ooh, this is a good one. How do you like to be loved?
That is a good one. Okay, that's positive. Okay. I like to be loved out loud.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that has nothing to do with social media, because people think, oh, you got to post me on social media. Like, absolutely not. Like, you can do public yet private at the same time. Like, you don't have to post me all day to prove that you love me. People know what's up. Like, I'm where I need to be when I need to be there. Okay.
I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't post really like that either. I just be posting me and memes. But people already know. Like, it's 12 years. I don't have to be loved like that. But love me out loud. Like, you know, it's not a secret that we're married.
Oh, they
like,
know
that's
they know how I'm coming.
Exactly. Physical touch is my love language. That's my number one love language. So, you know, you come by, you touch my shoulder, forehead kisses, like that's just my love language. And now that I'm growing, I think that not words of affirmation.
Quality time.
Quality time.
No, that's probably number one.
That's probably number one now. Like, quality time means so much more to me now. But physical touch is definitely my love language. What about you? I don't wanna be loved.
I think physical touch and quality time are tied. I got to take the test again, but yeah, quality time, because I'm clingy, bro, but it look different.
Yeah,
it doesn't come off as that, but I'm clingy as hell.
But I like that because physical touch. We go together like ram lam shake it ding it out.
Cause you clingy too, but your clingy and my clingy look way different.
Yes, because I feel like I be just. Excuse me, y'all, if I just be sitting next to you and I just lay over. Like, I just be on people. I'm learning about personal space because I'm learning about it. But physical touch is my love language. So if I sit close to you, it just means I love you. If I sit far away from you, don't come sit by me.
All right, boom. Ooh, when is a time you felt your partner showed up for you? When is the time you felt I showed up for you?
It's a lot. I'm not doing this because it's like I gotta find a time. I'm trying to think of the biggest and best time where I feel like you showed up for me. You showed up for me so many times. Like I was in a pageant, you was there at the bottom with my flowers. Um, of course, go back to episode, what is that, 6 or 7 of last season to see a real time where you showed up for me, like the realest time. Um, you show up for me every day. And I think that as a spouse, like as a couple, like you're married by choice. You know what I'm saying? You have a child, that's your child forever. You're birthed by a parent, that's your parent forever. Your family, that's your parents forever. But we're the only people who have to get up and choose each other day by day, every day, and like show up for each other daily. So like that's important. And I feel like you show up for me every single day. You have yet to just like let me down in a sense. So keep that up and you get to renew your subscription.
Subscription. You right, because I am paying for this shit.
No, oh my God. Don't make me seem like that. Don't make it seem
You
like
expensive.
I just. Okay, when did I show up for you?
Whew. Where do I begin? Dang. Cause it's a lot. It's a lot. Like you said, literally every single day. Sometimes, like a lot of times, I don't even be knowing what I need. I don't even know what I need. But you'll just pop out the blue and be like, boom. Like, it's right here. And I'm like, damn. I needed that. Like I really did. Like, have you ever like
I was gonna say
you ever been like just stressed, bro? Like just stressed as hell. And then something out of the blue just came and that monkey just jumped off your back and you like, ooh, shit. Like, ooh, this feel good. Like, yeah, you do that a lot. Like
I get monkeys off your back. Like a zookeeper. I'm your zookeeper. That's cute. I'm your ZK.
No, don't. Please don't.
You
Don't
need.
But no, you show up for me in a way of like accountability. Like it might be a little harsh.
I'm sorry.
What?
I knew you was gonna say that. It might be a little harsh. I do apologize.
It might be a little harsh, but luckily I got thick skin and I don't get like offended easily. Like sometimes I'll be like, damn, she right as fuck. Like I need to get my shit together. I do. Cause that yeah.
And you hold me accountable, but you do it so delicately. Like I cannot dish out. I mean, I cannot take what I dish out, and I'm trying to work on that.
Oh, I know, cause I be trying.
I'm trying to work on that because I be like, "Hey," that'd be my face. But if you say "Hey" to me, I'd be like, "What? You treat me right."
I know. I'm finna start.
No. What my question have we done?
I'm finna start handling your ass.
All right.
Okay, your partner's always making fun of you in front of people in an attempt to make everybody else laugh. At first, you really didn't think that much of it, but now it becomes a problem. What do you do?
Fight. And I'm playing. So, my husband is a comedian, if y'all don't know. And he always making jokes. Like, in real life, he's always making jokes. And sometimes I feel like he don't know when he go too far sometimes. And I be laughing and he be like, hey. And that's what he be like, all right, let me chill because this ain't a joke no more. This not funny no more.
I be going too far.
Do you go too far?
I go too far with you?
Do we not talk about it? I be like, Quan, you didn't have to do all of that when you did. You don't think you go too far sometimes? Be honest, you don't think you go too far sometimes? Okay. So Quan goes too far sometimes, no matter what he thinks, but it's never just often. Like, it just be like I said, he got to treat me a little different than he handle these like comedian people because I'm not a comedian for real. I'm sensitive. I'm an artist. And I'm sensitive about my life.
So that's how you do. You be like, hey.
Yeah, I go from
that look all right.
I really feel like I'd be like, I ain't going.
I'd be
When if I do a little giggle laugh with it,
yeah, I'd be like, I'm
like,
chill.
yeah, like,
I'm chill.
because I ain't finna just. One thing about us is we talk at home. People be like, I ain't never seen y'all argue before, and you won't because that's not y'all business.
Oh,
like
God.
y'all gonna see the good times, but we don't handle each other like that's my parent. Like it's a conversation that's to be had. We're gonna talk about communication later in the seasons in depth, but we talk and we handle things
privately. You do not do things publicly because that bring people in your business, in your space, and you cannot do that. We can get as rowdy as we want to at the house. We don't do no fit. We don't do no putting the hands on folks, but
on each other.
Yeah, no, that's a no.
Oh my God, absolutely not. Out.
We don't even like calling the other person out their name. That's out. That's
we don't even yell. We've gotten to a point now where we work through communication to where it's like it's so respectful and healthy. Like the conversations be so good. They be so good. Back in the day, we done been through some. We'll talk about communication in depth. Like I said, it's different. Okay, it's different. It took time to get to this point in our communication, but we got there. So yeah, is that your answer too? Like,
well, you just give me the look. Me, I'm a well, probably same thing. I'm gonna be like, hey, yeah, chill out.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. You be like, hey, chill out, and I'll be like, wow. All right, well that's it. Play the music. Start the music up to do.
What song?
You don't watch our episodes?
Okay, that's why your voice gone.
You don't know what song it is?
Yeah, I know what it is. I do. Look, see, that's why your voice gone. Stop. We finna get her some tea, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right, y'all. This concludes another episode of Relatable Relations. On this whole time, all of our social media handles have been flying by. Make sure y'all are following, liking, commenting, subscribing, telling a friend, tell your mama and them. This was a wholesome podcast. You can tell your granny about this one, okay? Make sure y'all sit back at the family reunion and watch this episode, and we'll see y'all next time.
And shout out to God.
Amen. Holla.